Hey guys, it's Jonathoncensori here, and I want to do something a little bit different in this video. I want to talk about just rates and how things drop in Attack on Titan Revolution. Because it seems like a lot of people just don't like the rates in this game. They don't like how rare it is to get families. They don't like grinding for Serum. They don't like trying to get 4-star memories. So in this video, I want to kind of talk about how long you might expect yourself to get some of this stuff, how the pities work, and how you can increase your rates to be the best as possible. Alright, so for my first kind of topic, it's going to be families, because this is what everyone wants to know. It's probably one of the most important things in the game, and the thing everyone wants. So before trading came out, I had 5 Ackermans. That was all what was in my inventory. It was Ackerman and, like, Zoe. And then I think I also had something else for my shifting families before trading came out and I traded for Fritz. And now you can see I've got plenty of them. And something that I often confused for myself was giving yourself luck boost and giving yourself the luck boost from prestiging will not increase your rate of rolling a family. Your rate for rolling families will remain the same no matter how long you play or no matter what your base luck is. And obviously you're never going to want to roll families on any time other than double luck weekend. So that's something you should keep in mind. And rolling families is probably one of the most inconsistent things in this game. I rolled my first legendary family when I was probably Prestige 3 on my main, and I got it after like 100 spins on my alt account. So it's going to be one of the most inconsistent things that you're ever going to roll, and you don't really have a choice whether how soon you get it until you get to Prestige 3 and you're able to trade them. But at that point, when you're already Prestige 3, you'll probably have accumulated a decent amount of spins, and you'll probably already have at least one family by then. Alright, the next thing that I want to talk about, which you do have a little more control over, is Serums. And this is what my current setup looks like right now. I've got 1.7 times luck, and I still don't have the luck boost from 250 hours. And I've got a few Serums. I used to have more. I used to have like 5 female Serums. I had a full Serum bag, even with the Game Pass. And the thing with Serums is, it's a lot easier to get them now than it was before the raids were out. And what you want to do to get Serums is, I mean, everyone wants them. It's might even be more important than families. But you do have more control over getting a Serum than rolling a family. And when you're a lower prestige, obviously it's a little harder to get your luck boost and have a decent chance of rolling a family. But you want to be running the crown for the 7.5%. And you want to only be doing raids. You're never going to get a Serum from missions. I've done over 2,500 missions on this account, and I don't think I've ever gotten a Serum. No, actually, no. I know I've never gotten a Serum from doing missions. But I've gotten so many Serums from raids. With a luck boost, and when you're kind of at a similar point to what I'm at, you can get a 1% chance per drop, per drop for your crates, for your raid crates, which still isn't crazy high, but you get 3 drops a crate, and you get another one if you have the Game Pass, which I do. I'd recommend buying it, especially if you play this game a lot. And I mean, you go from having 6 chances to get a Serum to having 8. But I know, for the average player, they don't want to spend money on the game or whatever. So what I would recommend your next step is to do is you want to go into the Attack on Titan Discord and you want to look for stacks for aberrant raids. Aberrant raids are obviously going to be your best chance to get Serums. And right now, your best chance is going to be in an Annie raid, because Annie raids have the best luck drops, because not all raids are equal. And right now, Annie raids are on the top as of like May 17th when I'm recording this. Colossal raids, when those come out, are probably going to be even better, and it's probably going to continue like that in that pattern. So there's not a whole lot to commentate about Serums, because some of this stuff, it's all luck. You can't really force any of it, with the exception of pity. And pity does not exist for Serums the same way it does for families, crates, and memories. And I'll be talking about memory pity in a little bit, because that's something that people don't know exists. And of course, whenever you're prestiging, don't choose luck boost or gold boost. There's no reason to ever pick that. Because at some point, you're not going to need it anymore. You don't need gold anymore. You don't need XP. XP is probably the worst one you could pick. But you're going to want to pick luck boost. Even though it's still half of the other boost it gives you, luck is so much more valuable in this game, and it'll always be worth something. Alright, so the next thing that I've got next up to talk about is memories. Because this is something that you actually have more control over than you realize. And a lot of people don't know that memories do have pity, and it's something that you can sort of track on your own, even though it's not visually shown to you. So every 20 scrolls, you get your guaranteed 3-star talents, and it's a 10% chance that one of them will be a 4-star. And then you've also got, per roll, you've got a 1% chance for a 4-star to pop up. So you've got a 3% chance, 1% per card, 3% per roll to get a 4-star. Obviously, you can't control which one you get, but it's still a 4-star, and it still has value to you if you don't have any of the 4 stars. And something I forgot to mention previously when I was talking about raids and serum drops is if you do those quests that are shown to you in the top left of your raids, it'll give you a 5% luck boost. And obviously you want to be using the best modifiers. Put on Fog always. Depending on how good you are, you want to put on Audibah. Always Nightmare. Time Trial is always a good one. So what you'd expect. Obviously you're not going to be running Supremacy or Warbringer on every single raid you do for the best drops. And I don't have a photo for it, but I do believe raid drops or pity drops for cosmetic crates work the same way as memories. So if you roll your pity on a cosmetic crate, you've got a 90% chance to get a purple from it and a 10% chance to get your legendary. I don't believe it's the same way for families, but someone can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, and I'll probably pin it just to own up to my mistake, or I'll just mention it in my top comment and I'll pin that as well. But other than that, that's pretty much all the major points I missed in this video. If someone has any questions about any other drops that I might have missed, because I'm sure there are other ones that people may be curious about that I did not mention, if I know anything about it at all, I'll respond to your comment and tell you at least what I know about that certain drop. And this pretty much wraps up the entire video. But I know a lot of people still struggle with getting these drops and getting these items they want. So because of that, I'm going to be giving away any legendary family you want and any serum you want. If it is an attack serum, I'll have to work for a little bit just to get it back. But I'll be officially running that giveaway once I hit 100 subscribers. All you've got to do is subscribe to the channel, drop your Discord username in the comments, and I'll put you on a list. If you want a second opportunity to be on the list twice, you can message me on Instagram and follow me on Instagram at Flashygod.Jonathoncensori. I'll put it on the screen so you guys can see it. And once I hit 100 subscribers, I'll either do a live or just like post a short of me rolling a wheel, picking 3 people to win either a legendary family or whatever serum they want. Just because I know no matter what, sometimes, no matter how many hours you put in, you can just be unlucky and not get something you want. So, you know, I want to give away. I want to grow my channel a little bit. Hopefully that helps. So all you got to do is listen to what I said, and if you win, you'll hear from me. Alright, but that pretty much wraps up the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope I answered at least a question for someone. There's a new code. It'll be in the comments. It only lasts for a couple days. I guess because it's a better code, it'll give you, I think, 500 spins and 1 of each potion for an hour. So, if you have any questions, drop a comment. Remember to like and subscribe because I'm a small channel. It helps a ton. And thank you all for watching.